Hello friends, welcome to IT Tech Solution. We I am here with yet another video on one easy and simple tutorial on virtual environment. So what is virtual environment? What is the importance of virtual environment and how do we do a setup for that? So we're gonna see like how we can cover all these three things. So virtual environment is a concept which separates different envelopes and it separates the projects from one another. Okay, how it separates is in a way. Let's say if we are installing a JSON package, right? And my project one has to access or has to leverage this JSON. Uh, so it can directly we can install it in globally, and then project one will directly access this JSON. Now what happens is I am also working on a second project, project two, but for some dependencies, sometimes what happens is a certain version of a package might not be compatible with some another interdependent package. Okay, for example, maybe Boto 3 certain version is not compatible with a DBT package, right? Or it's not able to connect to Snowflake because certain package is getting mismatched between these two. So in those cases, what we have to do for project 2 to work successfully, we might need to downgrade the JSON to some previous version. So here JSON I'm just taking as an example. It may be some other package as well. And so on for project 3, it needs yet another version of JSON. So what happens for project 2, if I downgrade this JSON, my project 1 will get impacted because the downgraded version we don't want actually. We want the latest version. Some features we are using which is there in the latest version. So downgrading will enable project 2 to work, but project 1 will get impacted. And so maybe project 3 also might get impacted. So in this way, for to overcome this, there is a concept of this environment. So we can create different virtual environments. Okay, so these are different packets. Okay, and inside these packets, their own versions of different packages can be installed. Okay, for example, in first environment, virtual environment, I can have a JSON version v1, second one v2. Now my project one needs a version v1. I can point to this venv1, and all other related packages that project one needs I'll keep on installing inside this venv1, so that it envelops all these packages separately. It will not interact with this one. Okay, now project 2, it has its own requirements, and hence versions are different for all these packages. I'll create another version, environment variable, another virtual environment, and then I'll install all those packages into this second environment. Similarly for 3. So in this way what happens, all of these three projects are not interdependent on each other. Okay, and also it will not be facing any compatibility issues if we change any version from these two. So all these projects will be running separately in separate virtual environments. So this is the importance of virtual environment. We'll just quickly see how we can set it up. I'll just go into my PowerShell. I'll just restart my PowerShell as maybe admin. Yeah. So I'll just start my PowerShell. I'll go to my project directory for which I want to create a virtual environment. Okay. So I'll copy path of my project. I'll just cd to that path. Okay. I need to create a virtual environment for my Learn Python project. Okay. I need to create a virtual environment. So first thing I need to do is install virtual environment package. So Python already has one package for virtual environment, and as other packages, we'll do a pip install, and that we call it as virtual env. This is the package name, virtual env. We'll just install it. Once this is installed, right, what we will do is we'll have to now create a virtual environment. So we just installed it, right? Using this, now we need to install the virtual environment. So again, like normally we run any Python code, right, with Python suffix, and then I'll just say minus mve venv. So venv is the command which will tell Python virtual environment that I am creating a virtual environment, and then I need to give any name to my virtual environment. You can give any specific user specific name. So I'm just giving as venv. Now before this, I'll just go to this learn Python in my Windows browser. You'll see learn Python. There is nothing here right now. There is no virtual environment. So I'll just run it. Let it create a virtual environment. So you see a folder is already created now. Uh, let be the name. You can see there is a different spelling mistake, but yeah, it's user defined name. So you can give any name. So we don't need to bother about it. Now here all the artifacts are getting created, all the required scripts is getting created, the library and side packages. So it is side package where when we install any package will get actually installed in this path. So now you can see these are the system default packages which already comes with venv. We haven't installed as such, right, any user defined package here till now. So we'll go back to our PowerShell. Yes, so venv was created, we can see that. Now next thing is we need to activate it, right? So to activate it, what we have to do is we have to execute one script, and that script is under this, right, eve and v folder. Inside that it's scripts and then activate. So either we can browse till this path and then simply write activate, right, to execute it. It's just a bash command, uh, or from whichever window we are right now, we can just give the complete path there. So I'll just give what was my name. It was a little weird, but yeah, EVENV1, right? So EVENV1, and then I'll give scripts, and then it was activate, right? So activate. Now if you see, it comes in green color. Now I am inside my virtual environment. So now any installation, uninstallation, anything I'll do, it will not be impacting my global library, global path. So for Python, we all know, right, global path is under C drive into my user, and then user folder, and then uh, app data local, and then maybe Python and whichever folder we give. So it is not a global path now. So whatever we install will go into this particular virtual environment. Let me just show you. I'll just do any install and we'll see like how it goes. So I'll just say pip install. Let's install date time. Okay. So date time package I want to install. It is getting installed. Now we'll check it got installed in our virtual environment or not. So I am into my venv that we just now created. I'll go to lib site packages, and yes, date time and related other folders are now created. So right. So whatever we are doing, we'll be doing inside this virtual environment. It is not going to impact my global path. Now let me also maybe try to uninstall it and see it is getting uninstalled from here or not. So I'll just do uninstall, proceed, yes. So yes, it got uninstalled. We'll just refresh. Yeah, before even refreshing, I can see date time is not present here anymore. So you are seeing that it is getting impacted as and when we are doing some command. So this is something we are doing here, right? Now to deactivate, again deactivate. Yes. So I don't know like what happened, but yeah, we can just type in deactivate. If it is not working, we can go to that path and also do a deactivate, or simply we can write deactivate and it will come out of that virtual environment. So this way, we can leverage the use of virtual environments to separate our different projects, all depending on their respective needs. So yeah, that's all I think for this video. I hope you liked it. I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.